In the next module today, we're going to talk about Freedom Financial Network, our provider in this program. Guys, I'm thrilled to share with you who they are and what they stand for. Let's first talk about how they were founded. In 2002, this business was launched in the spare bedroom of their founder, Andrew Hauser. Guys, he's an impressive man. So are the other co-founders of this business. I can't wait for you all to meet them someday, as I'm sure they'll be joining us on many trips coming up. But let me tell you their story, right? So Andrew was in college. He had a college roommate who actually decided to be a day trader. Right? So he signs a $30,000 contract with Bloomberg for one of those machines, has it shipped to him at Stanford in California, dropped in his dorm room, and he starts day trading. Well, after a few months, he realized he was a colossal failure at day trading, packed up the machine, shipped it back, and thought, you know, he had signed a 12-month contract to pay back the rental of the $30,000 contract rental of that for 12 months. But he thought if he sent the machine back, he wouldn't have to pay the rest of the contract. Well, that's not what Bloomberg thought, right? So immediately, they started asking for the rest of his money. But he's a poor college student, so he graduates from school. He still hadn't paid the debt back. Now he tries to go get a job. And guess what's on his credit report? And he's in financial services, right? Business. And that he owed Bloomberg all this money. So anyway, this gentleman went to work on how he was going to pay back this debt, and he actually called him and negotiated the amount he owed Bloomberg down, which made it available or possible for him to pay that debt back. So he was telling Andrew this story over lunch one day, and Andrew said, well, if they did that for you, would they do that for others? And it kind of light bulb went off for him. And Andrew's the kind of guy, he said he always knew there was more for him in life, right? He was an investment banker, cruising along, a pretty smart guy, right? Had a good life. But he just always had the feeling there was something more for him to do. He down deep wanted to change lives, not just serve, right? Really make a difference and change. And he saw in this idea that a product could be developed and one that he could share with middle America and folks who needed some kind of resolution for their debt. So that's really how Freedom Financial was found. So it began, as I said, back in 2002 in his spare bedroom. And really, when he looked at this business, what he understood is that banks are focused on extracting value from consumers instead of delivering value, right? And how do they do that? They do that with credit cards. And so folks get deeper and deeper in credit card debt with no way out. The range of non-traditional solutions that are available for Americans struggling with debt is severely limited. And the folks at Freedom Financial determined they could create a platform with non-traditional solutions that would make it simple for consumers to understand and enroll and participate in resolving their debt. FFN works as an advocate on the consumer's behalf to resolve that debt. And I'm going to use that advocate word a few times throughout today's modules. It's very important to have someone on your behalf helping you resolve the debt. Their first website was launched over 10 years ago, and Andrew talks about, you know, they just bought a template out there for $14.95, put a website up, and they started getting calls the first day it was out there live. Folks are in debt. They're looking for a way to get out. What they learned through that very early experience and now the incredible business that they have built today is that lifetime customers of banks are not supported when they're in need. We all know and understand that. See, most of us opened up our first checking account when we were 16 years old, right? Got our first job, walked into the bank, opened up that checking account so that you had a place to deposit those dollars. You might have even opened up a savings account at the same time. Most of us have banked with the same bank all of our lives. We may have gotten our car loans there. We may have gotten our home mortgage there. We also may have opened up a CD or two, right? But in times of trouble and stress, those same banks shut the door when you can't make your mortgage payment, right? When you're unable to make all of those minimum payments on your credit cards. Americans day in and day out tell us stories about walking in the door, asking for just a minimal break, right? Just give us a few extra days. And those same banks now and the bureaucracy built around them shuts the door and locks it tight. See, FFN understood that we needed other opportunities in middle America to get out of that debt. They understood that these clients are good people in bad situations, and they did not on the onset decide they were going to get into debt and not be able to pay it back. Debt overload can happen to anyone. It's so important for us to understand Freedom Financial's mission statement. Guys, I promise you, the first time they put this in front of me, I thought, wow, I could not have scripted this better myself to fit in with our company and what we try to achieve, right? Their mission statement is to provide financial solutions, service, and education, enabling consumers to reduce debt. Financial solutions, folks. See, there's multiple solutions. Service and education, that's what we do. Enabling those consumers to reduce debt, most companies would put a period right there and stop. But what's so impressive about what Freedom Financial wants to do is they want to help consumers build wealth and achieve financial freedom. Now, that's a fantastic mission statement and closely related to ours. But here's the difference for Freedom being in business with us versus not, is today, now, they have an entire field force of people that can help our consumers build wealth and achieve financial freedom. See, they just take care of the debt part. We take care of all the rest. This is such an exciting partnership. Their goal is to help Americans resolve their unmanageable debt burdens and bring those same Americans back to using credit responsibly. As an advocate on behalf of the consumer, they want to help them resolve that unmanageable debt. They're going to help them figure out what best suits their need and get that unsecured debt paid off. But what's most exciting is they don't stop there. Neither do we. We want to teach the consumer how to use credit responsibly because, guys, you and I both know you can't rent a car from Hertz or any one of the car rental places out there without a credit card, right? So you're going to have them in your life. You just need to be educated and understand how to use them, right? Freedom Financial is the credit advocacy industry leader. Guys, we didn't just go into business with Freedom because Freedom walked in our doors. We actually looked at and researched a variety of companies that are in the debt settlement business. We are on the phone with one, just to put into perspective for you the numbers. Let me go over these with you. Here, the volume that Freedom Financial has done and is doing currently in the debt settlement industry. They have $1.5 billion debt under management today. $1.5 billion in debt settled and $500 million in annual debt settlement. With over 500 employees, they can't wait to grow the number of employees. But let me share with you, really to put that in some relative terms for you, because we did talk to other companies, and one that sticks out in my mind because they were incredibly impressive. When we asked them how much debt they had resolved, it was $5 million. Folks, Freedom Financial, when I tell you they are the industry leader and they are capable of working with us and handling our business, I promise you, those 500 employees today in their sales center in Tempe, Arizona, I mean, it is a third full of these employees. And all those empty desks and cubicles and chairs, they call that Primerica land, right? They are ready and willing to staff up to service us and our clients. See, they have a range of solutions, and I keep saying non-traditional, right? Because banks give you loans, banks give you credit cards. We understand that's not working. Banks have put us in the position we're in today, and that's deeper and deeper in debt. What Freedom Financial offers us is a way to resolve that debt and move on with our future. So hopefully someday each and every one of us can retire, right? But the solutions they offer: credit counseling, debt settlement, tax resolution, and bankruptcy. Each one of these is suited for a specific need and a specific client. Now, their products that they actually own, right, are debt settlement and tax resolution. They refer credit counseling and bankruptcy. Now, some of you may have heard of Freedom Financial Network before. If you're an ESPN watcher, they certainly do advertise there. The names of their two businesses, debt settlement, tax resolution. Debt settlement is called FDR, Freedom Debt Relief, and their tax settlement business, FTR, Freedom Tax Relief. So you might recognize one of them. They are an incredible, incredible partner. And folks, we are so thrilled about the future. I just want to convey to you our belief, how similar our cultures are, and how dedicated they are to the Primerica business and to our field force and to your client. Up next is really debt settlement, the cornerstone of their product.